Antonio starts right now.
A situation between a couple at a bar escalates to gunfire on an I-35 service ramp. What happened and the latest on the gunshot victim's condition.
And a close call in Lubbock as an 18-wheeler barrels towards law enforcement.
And let's take a live look through the lens of live cam out of the Alamo City. 6 o'clock, 66 degrees. It was a little humid out there this morning, but I think Sarah said it best. It is going to be a blech kind of day. Good morning. It is 6 o'clock on Saturday, December 28th.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Blah, but at least not like,
not
miserable.
blah and cold.
Yeah.
It's blah and humid.
Yeah, and mainly gray. That's what I'm going for the forecast today. We are going to see cloudy skies, but there is the possibility for some light rain. In fact, we're already seeing light rain around San Antonio at the moment. Right now outside, though, it is just cloudy. 66 degrees. We've got 87% humidity, and winds are still from the south-southeast at about 15 miles per hour. So it is a bit breezy. That southeasterly breeze bringing in the humidity and increasing the humidity. Temperatures around the area. We usually see a high temperature of 66 this time of year in San Antonio, but that's where we're starting off the day. 65 at GMSA Randolph, 61 up in Kerrville, 63 Canyon Lake, 65 in New Braunfels, and 65 in Hondo. That wind is a little too breezy to allow for fog to develop, so we won't necessarily have to worry about fog, but you will run into a few sprinkles and possibly even a brief light rain shower like what they're getting down in parts of Wilson County right now, just to the north of Floresville along 181 and just to the north of Pleasanton along 281 at the moment. So again, there is going to be that small chance for light rain during the day today. We'll be able to get up to about 72 degrees for the high, so it's going to be mild all day long with winds from the south at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We do expect a cold front to move through, a cool front to move through at some point today. That'll allow for a much cooler week ahead as we wrap up 2019. I'll have a look at the forecast in just a few minutes. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. This morning on the city's northeast side, a fight that started in a nightclub ends in shots fired on the highway. Police actually having to close the I-35 ramp at 410 westbound, all part of this investigation. Alicia Barrera joining us live downtown with the latest.
Good morning. Well, we reported on stories like this before. Two people arguing inside a nightclub and then asked to leave by the security guard. But this morning, things ended in gunfire after the security guard was actually followed on the highway. And again, those shots were fired. Here's what police have told us so far. According to them, a man and a woman were arguing. The security guard stepped in to intervene in that argument and told the woman he'd take her to a different location to get away from the man. At this hour, police haven't cleared up what the relationship between that man and woman arguing was, if any, but the security guard took the woman in his vehicle down I-35 south, but had to pull over after he noticed the same man from the club was following them. The security guard told police he confronted the man and then was almost run over by him. That's when the security guard pulled a gun and shot 3 times. Police say that man was shot 3 times in the head and was rushed to BAMC Hospital in critical condition. Right now, police say that security guard has not been charged, but things could change depending on that investigation. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. In Cibolo, FM 1103 may be closed for several hours today following a deadly accident last night. Now, the crash happened just after 5 p.m. at the intersection of FM 1103 and Saddle Spoke. Cibolo police say the driver of the motorcycle, 38-year-old Aaron Zarkarski, lost control and crashed into a car waiting to turn onto FM 1103. The driver of the car was not seriously hurt but was taken to a hospital. Police say alcohol does not appear to be a factor in the crash. No charges have been filed.
The San Antonio Independent School District now honoring fallen police officer Cliff Martinez. The district announcing the Cliff Martinez Memorial Scholarship for students who want to pursue a career as a police officer.
Martinez was killed last Saturday while working off-duty as a security guard at a southeast side IHOP. Now, police say a fight inside the restaurant spilled into the parking lot. 2 suspects later identified as Alfredo Martinez and Jorge Lopez assaulted Martinez, and police say they intentionally ran him over. Both are charged with capital murder. Martinez worked with the SAISD Police Department for 28 years. A visitation service will be held on Monday, January 6th from 4 to 9 p.m. at Port Loring Mortuary on McCullough Avenue. Funeral services are set for Tuesday, January 7th, 10 a.m. at the Community Bible Church. You can find all this information on our website at ksat.com.
Now to the latest in the helicopter tour crash in Hawaii involving at least 2 separate families. 6 people dead, and authorities are set to restart the search this morning for 1 passenger who is still missing. Now, officials say the remains of 6 of the people on board have been found, and right now no indications that anybody survived. They say the search for the final missing person would resume depending on the weather conditions. Authorities have not yet named those on board, saying that their families are still in the process of being notified. The helicopter was set to tour Kauai's coast, one of the most sought-after destinations in Hawaii, and it was actually featured in the film Jurassic Park.
And police are still looking for the suspect who shot and killed a teenage boy at a mall in Colorado. Police were called to the Aurora Town Center in Denver yesterday on reports of gunfire inside a JCPenney. They found the teen with a gunshot wound. He was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, police are still looking for that shooter. They say it looks like an isolated incident, not an active shooter situation with no threat to the general public. Still, there's no word on a motive or what led up to this shooting.
And breaking news overnight, a car bombing at a security checkpoint in Mogadishu, Somalia. At least 76 people dead in the explosion, and the death toll still is likely to rise. Now, aside from the dozens killed, more than 50 people also wounded. That includes children and students. One of the deadliest attacks in Mogadishu in recent memory. Now, no immediate claim of responsibility for the attack. Police say targeted a tax collection center. However, an al-Qaeda-linked group, Al-Shabaab, often carries out such attacks in the area.
An outbreak of chickenpox has forced the temporary closure of a shelter housing Central American migrants sent to Mexico from the United States. The shelter is in Ciudad Juarez, across the border from El Paso. Now, it closed this week after 72 people, including 69 children, were diagnosed with the virus. The Ciudad Juarez facility houses nearly 800 people awaiting court dates in the United States. It's part of a network of shelters in Mexico that President Trump's administration has used to enforce its policy of sending mostly Central American migrants south of the border while their asylum cases are pending.
And the horrible wildfires in Australia continue to burn. Now thousands of koalas are feared to have been killed in the wildfire-ravaged area north of Sydney. The fire danger even worse today in the country's east coast because of high temperatures. Now the mid-north coast of North South Wales was home to up to 28,000 koalas, but wildfires in areas in recent months have significantly reduced their population. Koalas are native to Australia and are one of the country's most beloved animals. 2 wildfires in New South Wales are at the quote-unquote watch and act level issued by fire services.
And take a look at this. Caught on camera, a foggy scene turns pretty dangerous in Lubbock. Law enforcement working the scene of a crash on Highway 84 there when out from the fog comes an 18-wheeler.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, the semi ends up veering off the road, hitting a truck and rolling over towards DPS troopers on that scene. The truck eventually came to a stop after knocking down a sign right in front of a news camera crew. One trooper was hit, another person was pinned inside a truck. Both were taken to the hospital, but they're expected to survive. Crews had a massive mess to clean up, but were able to get that highway back open. Very scary.
That's terrifying. And I think both of us can resonate with that because we've both been on scenes on the sides of highways, obviously being as safe as possible.
Yes.
But especially with the fog, you never know what could come.
And the law enforcement just right there, right in the line of that crash. So very scary. Hope that they're okay.
All right, time now is 6:08, 66 degrees out.
And still ahead, the Dallas Cowboys prepare for their final regular season game against their arch rivals, the Washington Redskins. Dun, dun, dun.
Can't lose this one. You're not allowed. If you lose this one, you're out of the playoffs. If you win, you can still make it in.
Well, we'll see.
Cautious optimism.
Yes.
And now that winter is here, the cold temperatures could be on the way, although 66 degrees, not exactly cold. So in anticipation, we take a look at what you can do to save a little bit of money if you crank up the heat.
It's always good to be prepared. I mean, it might hit in January or February.
Yeah, we'll check in with Sarah.
We'll be ready. Taking a look outside with live cam. We don't need that now. It is 66 degrees. I don't know. It's a nice break without your jacket.
Yeah, I like Sarah's description. Black and gray.
Oh, it's all right. We'll check in with her though when we get back.
Good morning and welcome back. 6:12 this Saturday morning. 66 degrees out there.
Yeah.
We are between Christmas and New Year's, and it feels like we're in May.
Yeah, it's a different kind of Christmas week.
It is. Bring out the short sleeves today because you won't be needing those jackets. It's just going to stay pretty mild and gray. You know, you may actually want to also bring that umbrella just in case you run across an isolated shower. but it's just going to be annoying rain because it's not really doing anything to really recharge the aquifer or bust through drought conditions. It's just going to be those spits and drizzles.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's no fun.
No fun, but I still get to talk about it, so let's do it. All right, taking a look outside right now, it is 66 degrees outside. Humidity is at a balmy 87%. We've got winds from the southeast at about 15 miles per hour at the moment. That's increasing humidity, keeping humidity high as well. And so as you take a look at morning temperatures, again, like Max and Stephanie were saying, these morning temperatures are usually pretty much what we expect to see in the afternoon during a winter day. It's 65 in Bulverde, 65 in New Braunfels, 62 in Bandera, 63 in Comfort, and 65 in Devine, 65 in Pleasanton. Let's take a look at the radar right now. We do have a couple of light returns on the radar that I want to talk about. Again, this is that very light rain. Take a look down south of Bexar County right now, right along 37, just north of Pleasanton, starting to get into the southeastern corner of Bexar County. Just some very light rain up near Floresville, as well as we track up to the north a little bit. You can see Lavernia getting some very light rain at the moment. These are very quick passing showers, just dumping a little bit of rain and then moving on their way. And that's kind of isolated rain that we will expect to see today. And it's going to stay pretty gray. You can see the cloudiness all around us everywhere you look. Another round of showers working their way south of Cotulla, up from the north and from the east. And that's the pattern that this rain is going to have today as well, tracking up from the south to the northeast. Again, just some very light rain sporadically throughout the day. As we zoom out, you can see what our weather setup is across the nation. A lot of snowfall across the Dakotas and out toward Minnesota. The main area of rain, though, is right around this low pressure system. Now, you'll notice that we're on the tail end of that. There's a front behind it. We're on the tail end of that. So we get tail end of it rain, which basically, again, just means some very light showers. Even the DFW area is going to get more rain than we are today. It's a big travel day, so if you're driving across the state of Texas, be aware that there is going to be areas of rain throughout the day. Here's our future cast again. Very light rain in the forecast. That front is going to approach and move through, but that front is not really going to do too much to us. It is going to make things a little bit cooler and clear things out, but by tomorrow morning, we'll be about 10 to 15 degrees cooler with temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Here's your forecast for the day. Isolated rain, temperatures staying in the 60s and 70s. South winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Maybe a peak of sunshine in the afternoon, but that's about it. And then if you are traveling across the state of Texas, know that if you go up to Dallas, you'll run into a few thunderstorms. Out toward Houston, you'll run into some areas of fog. Down to Laredo, the weather should be okay. Maybe just one or two isolated showers. It's still going to be a warm day in Laredo. Let's take a look at the planning forecast over the next several days. Cooler tomorrow, a high only of about 66 degrees, but then we cool down throughout the week. By New Year's Eve, our high will only be 60 after a cold start in the 30s. And on New Year's Day itself, we do see the possibility for scattered showers again, to highs only in the 50s as we ring in 2020. Another good shot at rain. Actually, our better chance for rain in the week is New Year's Day.
Really? Well, maybe that's good to put out all the fireworks or leftover fireworks.
Yeah.
Way to find the silver lining there.
Hopefully we won't have to be putting out any
Well,
fires.
yeah, well, most definitely.
Do you guys have any good plans for New Year's? Bringing in 2020 the right way?
I'll be here. Woo. So I hope to see you guys that night.
It's the best way I can think of starting the new year.
Yeah. KSAT.
Steph?
Longhorns.
Nice. Alamo Bowl.
Oh, you're going to go to Alamo Bowl.
That's awesome. We're going to have a full preview of that coming up next in sports. Look at that.
Awesome.
Easy transition tease. 6:16, 66 degrees out.
Let me pat you on the back.
There you go.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
Also coming up next, it's the final regular season game for the Dallas Cowboys, but their playoff picture depends on the Eagles. We have a preview.
Ooh. But first, taking a look at those lottery numbers. Pick 3 is 0, 5, 1. Fireball is 2. Daily 4, 3, 6, 4, 6. Fireball is 4.
Cash 5, 6, 7, 8, 32, 33. And your Mega Millions, 17, 34, 40, 63, 64, Mega Ball 24, Mega Flyer 4. Good luck.
It It is bowl season for college football fans, and the Texas Longhorns have their first practice later this morning. They're getting ready for their 4th appearance in the Valero Alamo Bowl right here in San Antonio. The Longhorns arrived yesterday at their downtown hotel headquarters that overlooks the Alamo. Head coach Tom Herman, now in his 3rd season in Austin and his 3rd bowl appearance for the Longhorns, having wins in both the Texas and the Sugar Bowl, now trying to end the 7-5 regular season on a high note. The Longhorns led on defense by San Antonio's own Caden Stearns out of Steele High School. And another big college football program in Texas wrapping up their season. Shout out to our own Sarah Spivey and the Aggies. Jimbo Fisher finishing his 2nd season in Aggie land in the Academy Sports and Outdoors Texas Bowl in Houston, taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. The Cowboys starting out strong, 2 back-to-back touchdowns, but really weren't able to build on the early lead. They allowed the Aggies to take control after halftime. And A&M did exactly that, shaking off the rust and the bad start, getting the W to end the season on a high note after losing their last 2 regular season games. Aggies holding off the Cowboys 24-21. The victory was the win right now with the Aggies.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
And it is time to head to the pros, and this is possibly the last week of the Cowboys season. So as Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott continues to struggle to work out with his teammates after that sore throwing shoulder, Dallas looking to somehow back their way into the NFC East title and somehow make it into the playoffs. So Sunday's showdown, tomorrow's showdown against the Redskins could be the final game of this guy's career. Jason Witten, one of my favorite Cowboys. Remember, the decorated tight end actually came out of retirement and out of the Monday Night Football booth to play again this season. And the best the Cowboys can finish this year is 8-8. Meanwhile, another pro-Texas team, Houston coach Bill O'Brien already saying that he has no intention of resting players in the final regular season game tomorrow, taking on the Tennessee Titans, even though the Texans have already locked up the AFC South. Before the Texans play at 3:25, though, the Chiefs meet the Chargers at noon. So here's the playoff situation. It's going to get a little complicated. A lot of permutations going on here. If the Kansas City Chiefs win, they lock up the 3rd playoff seed, and the Texans will automatically go to the 4th. Meanwhile, it's always a good time to talk to Spurs. Yeah. San Antonio Spurs getting another chance to right the ship after that tough loss to the Dallas Mavericks. So Spurs sitting right now at 12-20 on the season. It doesn't look pretty, but still a lot of season. There's 82 games, guys. Come on. Got to stay optimistic, cautious optimism. Yes. So taking on the Detroit Pistons, that game is set for tonight, 7:30 here at home, the AT&T Center.
Yes, it's a marathon, not a race. Yeah.
Not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
Marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, not a sprint. Well, it is.
It's always a race.
It's always a race.
Race to Sace.
Yeah, but it's a marathon. It's all right. You have time. We have time.
But, winning would help.
Yes, it would. We'll get there.
Time now, 6:24, 66 degrees out.
And what is the best way to keep your house warm during what usually could be the coldest time of the year? We have some simple things you can do to cut down on your electric bill.
Good morning and welcome back. 6:27 this Saturday morning. Question, have you turned on your heat yet?
Not recently. Seems like a while.
I pride myself on not turning on the heat. I did it one time.
I do. But
we had a weird cold day.
Yeah.
Had to turn it on. But recently, we're starting the day off at 66 degrees, so.
I know. So if you enjoy the winter, that's okay. This is our break. This is our break so we can save money for now.
For now. Yeah. So if we ever see those chilly mornings again, which Sarah says we will, you might have a reason to turn on that heat.
And that means the rise of your bill when that happens. So as much as half of the energy used in your home goes to heating and cooling. 12 on your sides, Marilyn Moritz has some ways to keep your home comfortable and also keep some money in your wallet.
Don't turn on the heat.
For easy energy savings, turn down your thermostat in winter, either manually or by using smart or programmable thermostats. Dial the temperature back by 10 to 15 degrees when you're away from the house for a long period of time. Next, keep warm air inside with weather stripping and draft blockers around doors and windows. Use caulk or expandable foam sealant to fill bigger openings around windows. And insulated outlet covers keep drafts out for just pennies a piece.
Don't waste money heating crawl spaces hallways or other unused parts of your house. Uninsulated ductwork does just that. It's worth hiring a pro to wrap ducts with insulation.
Dirty furnace filters reduce airflow and can lead to pricey repairs. Check your filters monthly.
An inefficient furnace or boiler uses more energy to work harder.
So routine maintenance by a pro can help your system run more smoothly. A wood-burning fireplace can keep you toasty, but more than 90% of the heat the fires generate can go out the chimney, along with heated air from your home.
Consider retrofitting it with a more efficient gas insert or with an EPA-certified wood fireplace insert.
Sitting by a fire can feel pretty good, but so does lowering your utility bills. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
And time now is 6:29, 66 degrees out.
And still ahead on GMSA, a legendary and controversial voice radio host passing away. We're going to have the latest on the death of Don.
And a new movie focusing on a single desperate mission in World War I, getting a lot of praise. We're going to take a first-hand look at 1917. Very excited about this one.
It looks good. Scary too. I mean, you know, scary and
Thriller.
Yeah, that kind of a way. And from flood relief to tax relief for some business owners, lots of new Texas law going into effect in just a few days. We're going to tell you what you need to know.
Good morning and welcome back. 6:33 this Saturday morning, December 28th. And we said it earlier, we are in that period between Christmas and New Year's. And
Doesn't feel like it.
Doesn't feel like it. I actually asked my boss the other day, I asked Bernice, shout out to Bernice if you're watching. I was like, do people work on Monday? And she's like, oh yeah, I think so. You're working? And I was like, I know, but I meant normal people, not in the news.
Like, you better be here. A lot of people will be back to work. Some work in between, you know, Christmas and New Year's. Definitely this Christmas did not feel like Christmas.
No.
We actually, the family, we went out for a run in the afternoon, and it was like summer.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like spring right now.
Yeah,
it does, and we haven't even really started the day, and we're already on the warmer side. But yeah, it is actually a big travel weekend this weekend as people go back home for work next week. So I will have a look at airport delays throughout the morning and in just a few minutes. But first, I do want to take a look at those temperatures outside. Very mild, 66 in San Antonio right now, 65 in Helotes, 63 at Bernie Stage, 61 in Kerrville. And taking a look at radar, we are actually seeing some very light rain starting to work its way across the Alamo City. This is kind of the rain that we can expect today. These spits and drizzles of very light, isolated rain, of brief rain showers, maybe a quarter of an inch of rain in some places, but right now this is not amounting to much. You can see that Pleasanton is getting a good dose of light rain right now, and along 37 up toward Floresville and even out toward Seguin and Guadalupe County, especially east of Seguin along Highway 90, some light rain at the moment. In Bexar County, the only real areas that are getting light rain other than sprinkles are near Calaveras Lake, Bronig Lake, and just north of Elmendorf. So as we head throughout the day, it's going to stay pretty gray. We may see a peak of sunshine or two in the afternoon, but still temperatures are going to stay pretty steady. A little bit of a spike in the afternoon into the low 70s, but that's about it. South winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And this evening, a front is going to shake things up and make things a little bit cooler for the last week of 2019. I've got to look at that forecast coming up, and of course those airport delays as well. Stephanie?
Thank you, Sarah. This morning, police had to close the I-35 South ramp at 410 westbound after shots were fired. Now, investigators say a security guard from a nearby club pulled the trigger after he was almost run over by a patron from that same establishment. Our Alicia Bedetta is live downtown with the latest on that story. Now, Alicia, will the security guard be charged?
Police have said that he shot that man 3 times. The security guard shot the man 3 times, but as of now, no charges have been filed. However, things could change depending on how that investigation folds out. According to police, a man and a woman were fighting this morning around 3:30 a.m. inside a club in the city's northeast side. The security guard is said to have stepped in and tried to defuse the situation and offered to take the woman somewhere else to get away from that man. Police say the security guard took the woman in his vehicle down I-35 South, but had to pull over after he noticed the same man from the club following them. The security guard told police he confronted the man but was almost run over by him. So that's when that security guard pulled a gun and shot towards that man 3 times. Police say the man was shot in the head. He was rushed to GMSA Hospital in critical condition where he's now recovering. And as of now, again, that security guard is not facing any charges. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. A legendary and controversial voice on the radio is now gone. The family of Don Imus says that the radio host died yesterday while receiving treatment at a hospital in College Station. He had been in the hospital since Christmas Eve. Don Imus, known for decades for his outspoken comments on his show. In 2007, he sparked national outrage after insulting the Rutgers University women's basketball team. His show was canceled in response to that, though he returned to the radio later that year. He retired from Imus in the Morning Show in 2018. He was 79 years old.
New numbers from the Centers for Disease Control show an increase in the number of flu deaths from this time last week. That increase, about 300 confirmed deaths. Now, since the start of the flu season, about 2,100 people have died from that virus. 22 of those cases were pediatric deaths. The CDC estimates more than 4.5 million people have gotten sick from the virus since September, which is higher activity than normal for this time of year. And electric car owners will understand this problem, hunting down a charging port in a parking garage. Now, Volkswagen says this product can help. It's a mobile charging robot designed to come to your car anywhere in a parking garage.
This way, drivers can park where they want and it won't be an issue if a fixed charging station isn't available. Volkswagen says the robot would drive itself to the vehicle and connect itself. It's just a prototype right now. The car maker hasn't yet set a market launch date. Wow. I'm
laughing because the robot looks like it's smiling. It's like it's happy to help you out. Nothing better than a happy robot.
There you
charging your car.
6:38, 66 degrees out.
And there's a lot of good reviews coming out about the new war film, 1917. Yeah, it does look good. We're going to give you a first look.
And there are a lot of new state laws that go into effect for our state on January 1st. We will tell you which ones will have the most impact.
And taking a look outside with live cam, it is a nice 66 degrees. I say nice because this is the time we can save on our electric bills. Yeah, so enjoy it.
Sarah's gonna have your full forecast in just a couple minutes. Good morning and welcome back. 2020 is just a few days away, and with the new year comes a new list of Texas laws that you should know about.
Tiffany Huertas gives us a preview of some of those laws that go into effect very soon.
In 2020, new requirements are going into effect statewide for reporting harassment at colleges. Senate Bill 212 requires college and university employees report incidents of sexual harassment, sexual assault, dating violence, and stalking against a student or colleague to their campus coordinator. Employees who fail to report an incident made aware to them will face a Class B misdemeanor charge. If discovered that an employee's intentions were to cover up the incident, they will face a Class A misdemeanor charge. Another new law aims to boost Texas flood funding. Senate Bill 7 creates the Texas Infrastructure Resiliency Fund to assist in financing flood mitigation projects. The fund houses 4 accounts: floodplain management, Hurricane Harvey, flood plan implementation, and federal matching. Another bill creates temporary tax relief for homeowners hit hard by disasters. House Bill 492 allows temporary tax exemption for qualified property that is declared by the governor to be in a disaster area and at least 15% damaged by the disaster as decided by the chief appraiser. Texas businesses, listen up. House Bill 4390 requires business owners who own or license computerized data that stores personal information to notify people who may be impacted by an online breach. They will have up to 60 days after the breach to report it. I'm Tiffany Huertas. To see more stories like this, check out KSAT News at 9, Monday through Friday.
And we also have a full comprehensive list on ksat.com right now, where we also have the weather.
Yeah, the weather. And it's going to be interesting over the next couple of days because we've got a front arriving. So today is going to be gray and cloudy and kind of icky, but tomorrow should be a very nice day. So. Nice. At least we'll be able to salvage some of the weekend as far as the weather is concerned.
Won't be too bad.
Right, but right now outside it is mild, 66 in San Antonio. Man, that is a warm morning start for the end of the year. 65 in Hondo, 64 Uvalde, 65 in Pleasanton as well. And we are seeing some rain on the radar right now. So shield of light rain is working its way from Laredo to Cotulla into parts of our viewing area. As we zoom in, you can see that there are some very light showers moving from south to north. Some areas like near Pleasanton are getting a decent amount of light rain at the moment, right at the intersection of 37 and 97. Further to the north and to the east in Guadalupe County, east of Seguin along Highway 90, some light rain too, near Lavernia as well. And then across Bexar County, really the main area of light rain right now is right over China Grove and a little bit more to the north. So we're talking areas right near Schertz and the intersection of I-10 and 1604 at the moment. So really the thing that we can expect today as far as rainfall totals go are a lot like what I just showed you. Many places less than 1/10 of an inch. If you're lucky, maybe 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. But the main area of circulation with this system is well up to the north. You can see in Kansas and in Oklahoma, that's where the bulk of the rain is. We are on the tail end of this system. If we wanted a good gully washer, we would need this low to be centered right there, right over the Pecos region of Texas. Now, as we look ahead in the week ahead, there is that possibility for some decent rain by Wednesday, but right now it's just a possibility. But as you can see, a good chunk of the nation dealing with either snow or rain, and so we're going to have some problems when it comes to air travel. And behind this front, temperatures are not all that much cooler. I mean, it's cold up in Amarillo and Lubbock right now, but this is not a strong Arctic front. We're not going to be expected to see very, very cold conditions. Let's take a look at airport delays across the nation. Since it is early, nothing at the moment, but again, I do suspect that as time goes on, we will have some airport delays because it is a big travel day. Again, no real delays around Texas as well at the regional airports. Here's the forecast for San Antonio today. Sprinkles right now, but isolated rain in the afternoon. Really only a high near 72 degrees. But then that front is going to really help to kickstart a cooler week. Highs will fall into the 50s and into the 60s. New Year's Eve looks pretty good, but a little bit more cloud cover. And then Wednesday, that's when that low is going to be situated where it could give us some good rain. So I did give us about a 40% chance for scattered showers on Wednesday. That may go up as we get closer to Wednesday and able to refine the forecast. But until then, know that today's going to be gray. Tomorrow, with that front moving through, cooler, breezy, and sunny. Winds will be from the north, gusting up to 20 miles per hour at times. And then as we close out the year, those clouds will increase and a chance for rain as we start 2020.
Starting with rain.
Yeah.
Which we need.
We do need it.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. It's a Wednesday, so people will be at work probably on New Year's Day.
Well, you said it best. You're like, some of the country dealing with snow. At least we don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's true. Not extreme weather there.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 647, 66 degrees out.
Well, if you, this is why you get a puppy. The little kisses, yes. Oh, and Kane can't get close enough to snuggle in there. You're going to meet this little guy coming up on Good Morning San Antonio. Pets Alive time, and Olivia's here. Oh my goodness, all the right ingredients: the kisses on the chin,
yes,
the whimpers, and the little brow that's going. And kind of getting furrowed up like, where's my home?
Yes, this is Kane. He's a 9-week-old shepherd mix, and he just wants to be adopted. Look at how cute he is.
We can't get it close. And those little eyes with the eyebrows going up. I don't know if you can see that in his ears. He is the most adorable little thing, and he was just trying to nuzzle in. And if he was getting any closer, he'd be behind you. He was just, it was like, oh, let me get in there. So nice short coat, probably easy to take care of. But with any puppy, you need lots of little toys to chew on. So
absolutely.
That's their little like stress reliever for them. So what you got going on as we head in toward New Year's?
Yes, as we head in towards New Year's, the More Children's Foundation has offered to do a 20,000 challenge match. So that means that your impact is doubled whenever you choose to give. I know end of year giving is coming up as we're just almost into 2020. So we ask that you would really think about donating to San Antonio Pets Alive, and you can do so by going to sanantoniopetsalive.org/donate.
And that will automatically be doubled by that organization up to 20,000?
Yes, and it ends on the 31st.
Oh, wow. And of course, then you will get the tax write-off and everything like that. So that's fantastic.
Yes.
Great way to double your money.
And every dollar that comes into San Antonio Pets Alive goes directly to our programs and services to help save the lives of dogs just like Kane and cats as well. It goes towards our medical needs, towards intake, and just, the daily care to take care of these sweet, sweet animals.
And like she was talking about, it all stays right here locally. So,
yes.
Well, if you'd like more information about that or little Kane with the eyebrows and the whimper, okay, new little kisses, just head on over to sanantoniopetsalive.org. Thank you, dear. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Kane is so cute.
I know. You could hear him.
Couldn't really see his face.
He's like, take me home, take me home. Yeah.
Well, anyway, it is the holiday season. That means big time for the movies.
Yes.
You've been to the movies?
No, and we usually.
What?
Yeah, I know.
You guys are like the movie family.
we've been busy. I mean, we saw Star Wars, but
Sarah saw Cats. Great reviews.
That's a joke. Sarah's not thrilled.
She laughed, but I don't think you're supposed to laugh during that movie. Anyway, a new war movie is out, and it is drawing raves from audiences and from critics.
And it's a favorite in several major categories at the upcoming Academy Awards. So CNN's David Daniel has a look at 1917.
Deliver this to Colonel Mackenzie. It is a direct order to call off tomorrow morning's attack. If you don't, it will be a massacre. We will lose 2 battalions, 1,600 men, your brother among them.
1917 focuses on a single desperate mission in World War I, unfolding in real time and apparently in one unbroken take. That meant months of preparation for Oscar-winning director Sam Mendes, Oscar-winning cinematographer Roger Deakins, and the cast and crew.
We had to know what the shots were before the sets were basically laid out and designed, before the trenches were dug or the farmhouse was put in place. Everything had to be worked out to the script.
A mile of trenches, no man's land, fields, rivers, streams, orchards, farmhouses, canals, burning towns at night, and everything had to be measured before it could be, as it were, constructed or chosen.
We need to keep moving! Come on!
The stars reveled in the process.
We really got to experience the, behind the scenes, and we were a real part in building this film up from nothing with Sam.
The whole crew rehearsed, and there was never a lead element other than the story. And Sam masterminded and curated that beautifully.
We've got orders to cross here.
That is the German front line.
Hold back! If we're not clever about this, no one will get to your brother. I will.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
This SA Salute Holiday greeting is brought to you by Broadway Bank.
Hi, I'm Tech Sergeant Espinosa. I'm currently here deployed in Afghanistan. I would like to wish my mom, my dad, my sister Genevieve, my nieces Isabella and Juliet, my family and friends in San Antonio, Texas, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I love y'all, and I'll be home soon.
This morning in the city's northeast side, a fight that started inside a nightclub escalates into gunfire on the highway. Police say they actually had to shut down the ramp on I-35 south and 410 westbound this morning. According to police, a man and a woman were arguing inside a nightclub. The security guard stepped in to intervene and told the woman he'd take her to a different location to get away from the man. This hour, police haven't cleared up the relationship between the man and woman arguing, if any, but the security guard did take that woman in his vehicle down I-35 south, but had to pull over after he noticed the same man from the club was following them. The security guard told police he confronted the man and then was almost run over by him. That's when the security guard pulled a gun and shot 3 times. Police say that man was rushed to BAMC Hospital this morning with gunshot wounds to the head and in critical condition. That security guard has not been charged. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
There will be areas of isolated rain today, maybe even a rumble of thunder or two, but that's going to be very isolated. Still, though, it is going to stay gray, 72 for the high. We get a front moving through today. That cooler air will push in gradually, and we'll be looking at clearing skies tomorrow, 66 for your Sunday, a beautiful Sunday. And then we'll have cooler weather in the last week of 2019 on New Year's Eve, increasing clouds and rain on New Year's Day.
Gotcha. We'll pack a rain jacket, but not a heavy coat today.
I think that's good advice.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. We're going to take an hour-long break for Good Morning America, but when we come back, we still have so much. We're actually going to break down the warning shot law here in Texas, and also we'll be breaking down political spending so far for the campaigns.
And also, it's almost 2020, and a lot of people have trouble keeping their New Year's resolutions. We're going to tell you how you can keep them. That's coming up as well.
We hope to see you back here at 8.
Bye.
A little bit of isolated rain today as well. You can see that there are some rain showers working their way from south to northeast, especially along counties southeast of San Antonio. In Wilson County, some steady light rain there, some steady light rain near Pleasanton as well. Here's San Antonio's forecast. We'll have isolated showers and really temperatures staying pretty steady in the 60s, maybe up to 72 if we see a couple peaks of sunshine. South winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Will be sunny tomorrow.
Visit va.gov.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Sarah Spivey with a look at your Saturday forecast. We are seeing some light rain on the radar right now from Seguin down to Floresville, down to Pleasanton, generally southeast of San Antonio, but there still are some areas of sprinkles around San Antonio. Again, that light rain in Lavernia along 87 down to Floresville. This is very much what we're going to expect throughout the entirety of the day. Just some isolated light passing rain. We'll call it about 30% chance throughout the day. And you can see that even in the afternoon, although we may have a peak of sunshine or two, it's still going to be pretty mild all day long. 72 for the high, south winds at 5 to 15, and we get a front moving through today, and that's going to set up a cooler week ahead. We'll clear early tomorrow, 66 for the high for your Sunday, and then nice and cool as we close out 2019. For New Year's Eve, we'll have increasing clouds, and on New Year's Day itself, there's a decent chance for scattered light rain. Right now across San Antonio and southeast of San Antonio and Floresville, Pleasanton, Nixon, Smiley, and Seguin. Some isolated light rain is going to be the norm today. We'll stay gray, a high near 72, south winds at 5 to 10, sunny tomorrow.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A fight between a couple outside a local bar ends with one man in critical condition after being shot in the head. We'll have what led up to the shooting and still why no charges have yet been filed.
The secret to sticking to your New Year's resolution isn't making a list. We're at Lifetime Fitness this morning for GMSA with tips on what to do and how you can try it for free.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, not really feeling like we're in between Christmas and New Year's, but it is 67 degrees. And yes, you're in San Antonio right now, so I guess maybe we can't expect that.
Good morning. I'm Max Massey.
And I'm Stephanie Cerna. Thanks for joining us this Saturday, December 28th. And yeah, Christmas was, I was going to say nice and warm, but it was pleasant.
Did you have a good Christmas? What did you guys do?
I did. We actually stayed in. But it felt like summer for a brief moment because we went out for a run. We went to the track. My little girl wanted to, get some energy out. And we were sweating just like it was, might have been summertime.
Yeah, it's December 28th, but it feels like May.
Yeah, it does.
That's true. It does feel a little icky and sticky outside right now. And in fact, this morning's temperatures in the 60s are usually what we see for an afternoon high this time of year. And it is mild. It's 65 at Stinson, 66 JBSA Randolph, 67 in New Braunfels, 63 in Bandera. We are actually seeing some rain on the radar as well, some light rain mainly to the southeast of San Antonio at the moment. Passing light rain moving through Floresville, moving through Pleasanton, and also through the Nixon Smiley area. There's a small little area of light rain right near Elmendorf in Bexar County, but like I said, Pleasanton down to Charlotte, down to Christine, mainly in Atascosa County and in Wilson counties right now. Stockdale getting a decent amount of light rain at the moment. That chance for rain is going to persist throughout the day. We'll call it about a 30% chance for rain. It should stay gray. We may see 1 or 2 peaks of sunshine in the afternoon. Temperatures today are going to stay pretty steady, really only in the 60s and near 70 degrees. South winds at 5 to 15. We get a front moving through today. That's going to set up a cooler week ahead and a sunny Sunday. I've got to look at that forecast. A few last days of 2019 left in just a few minutes. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Top stories we are following. A man is now in critical condition after being shot in the head early this morning.
Now, police tell us it happened on an exchange ramp between 35 and 410 around 3:30 in the morning. They say it all started with an argument at a club earlier in the night. A man and a woman were fighting when a security guard at the club tried taking her to another location. The man followed them. That's when police say the security guard pulled over on the exchange ramp looking to confront the man's aggressive behavior.
But police tell us that man tried to then run over the security guard. That's when the guard pulled out his gun, firing 3 shots, one of those shots hitting the man in the head. He was taken to BAMC and is in critical condition. Still, no charges have been filed against the security guard. As for the woman involved, right now, she is in police custody, still being questioned.
And in Cibolo, one man is dead after a deadly crash last night at the intersection of FM 1103 and Saddle Spoke.
Cibolo police saying that 38-year-old Aaron Zarkowski lost control of his motorcycle, hit a vehicle that was waiting to turn onto FM 1103. Unfortunately, he died on the scene. All of this happening just after 5 p.m. yesterday, causing the road to shut down throughout the night.
Police say the driver of the car was not seriously injured, but did go to the hospital. They do not believe alcohol was a factor in this crash, and nobody is facing charges.
And a man facing a criminal trespassing charge has died in the Bexar County Jail. Stephen Wayne Cole arrested on Sunday at a Walmart.
Now, his bond was set at $400, meaning he only needed to pay $40 to get out of jail.
In theory, for $40, this gentleman could have gotten himself out of jail. But when you're homeless, $40 may as well be $40 million. You just don't have it. And so there's got to be a better way to handle this situation.
Now, Cole is at least the 3rd person to die at the Bexar County Jail in the last year who was arrested on a criminal trespassing charge and being unable to post a bond of less than $100.
Sheriff Javier Salazar saying that they believe Cole died of natural causes. He also says Cole was in bad health and he used drugs. The sheriff added that he believes this instance points to systematic issues.
We should have found a better way to get him out of jail. And my understanding is there was a process in the works. He was a candidate for a PR bond, but unfortunately in this instance it just didn't happen quick enough.
Now, personal recognizance bonds are typically given to people who can't afford to pay bail as long as they've undergone a risk assessment and promised to show up for their court appearances. A judge has to approve these types of bonds.
Well, it's a shooting that left San Antonio police with an open and ongoing investigation that happened earlier this month.
A homeowner told police he fired 3 warning shots after seeing a man outside his back door. One of those shots eventually hit the man. Although he says he was protecting his home, the question remains whether he'll be charged with a crime.
In Texas, you're allowed to defend your own home or your property, and you're also allowed to use force in self-defense.
As Japhanie Gray reports, in most cases, you're not allowed to shoot warning shots, so this makes it a complicated case.
The time, 2:30 a.m., December 16th, at a home on Warren Street just north of downtown. San Antonio police say a homeowner woke up to his dog barking and saw a man he didn't know outside his back door. A police report states the homeowner got his gun and told the man to leave, and when he refused, the homeowner fired warning shots. 2 warning shots in the air, but the 3rd warning shot aimed at the ground, causing the bullet to ricochet and hit the man in the shin. Texas law says that you can use deadly force to protect your land or property in some cases. This could be to prevent arson, burglary, or other crimes, and if the person believes that that property can't be protected or recovered by any means. But if you fire warning shots, it could be considered disorderly or deadly conduct. Under Texas law, recklessly discharging a gun in a public place other than a shooting range is against the law. It's also against the law to recklessly fire a gun on private or public property within cities that have a population of 100,000 or more. If you encounter someone trespassing on your property, the best thing to do is to call police. But if you feel like your life is in danger and you're acting in self-defense, Texas law could protect you.
And again, that was our Japhanie Gray reporting. San Antonio police have not said whether the homeowner will be charged with a crime. If he is, it will ultimately be up to the district attorney's office to decide whether they will proceed with the case.
All right, let's take a live look out at the roads. 1604 and Calabria, everything looks smooth right now. No rain right there, but Sarah says that, we could see, what'd you call it, Sarah? Spits and drizzles?
Yeah, it's and drizzles.
We could see that throughout the day, so if you are out and about today.
Light rain jacket.
Light rain jacket, drive safe, be smart. But again, right now, nothing too crazy on the roads.
Not too bad. And did you know most New Year's resolutions only last a week or 2? In order to help people stick to their goals, one gym is encouraging folks to make a specific commitment for 2020.
Did you have any for 2020?
Yes, I'm going to try to clear, well, I don't want to say clear my room, but be a little bit more organized, maybe. Maybe that's the better way to say it.
That's a good one.
What about you?
I don't know, I haven't thought about it yet. Well, anyway.
You have a few days. It's okay.
I do have a few days. Our Alicia Vera live at Lifetime Fitness at the Rim for their Commitment Day celebration. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning, you guys. Those are really good resolutions. I myself is definitely not prepared yet, and today I'm not even dressed for the occasion, but that's okay. Today's the day maybe to start thinking about those happier, healthier choices. With me, I have Vanessa. She's healthy. She's a personal trainer here at Lifetime Fitness. Okay, so the deal for 2020 is maybe sticking to one goal. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so Lifetime here, we're wanting to do a focus of one positive action. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just pick one thing, execute it daily, and then you're going to end up in a whole new healthy way of life.
So maybe what's one of those one things that people could start out small with?
Oh man, it could be as simple as packing your bag for the day and just making sure that it's in the car. It could be improving your water intake by 16 ounces. It could be going for a walk with your kids. It really could just start very, very small. To joining that class that you used to go to, last year. It's really just make it simple.
And then to kick things off this year, y'all are offering a few free days where y'all can come check out Lifetime Fitness. So tell me about that.
Yeah, it starts today and it ends on January 5th. And we're making sure that we are including anything like yoga on Sunday to small group training. Member or non-member, you can show up and you can just try out our gym for fun. You can try out the gym floor, or we have all of those events that are going on during that time as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And as you can see, people behind me already working out. But there's also a 5K component. There's going to be a lot of events that you can come check out during today until January 5th. Barbie, tell me about those. There's a big 5K coming up.
It's a big 5K. One of our events we've had for the last 7 years is, and we call it Commitment Day, is just to make your resolution, instead of a resolution, make a commitment for the year with that positive action. And one of them is a 5K. And you can register. I think the website, you've got the website on the screen, but we also have a discount code for it. It's for runners, it's for walkers, it's for anybody who's new. Anybody can do the 5K. It's just a matter of a great way to kick off the first of the year with some exercise.
That's right, with exercise, being active. Thank you so much, Barbie. And coming up at 8:30, we'll have the full details of that 5K time and date, as well as the other events that are going to be happening here at Lifetime Fitness. So again, today through January 5th, you can come check them out for free. Back to you.
Very neat. And I see a lot of people already at it there behind Alicia.
Dark and early.
It's like, 8:10 in the morning, and they're already not even New Year's yet. Good job.
Early start.
Yeah.
8:10, 67 degrees out.
And there's now a new scholarship to honor the life of a fallen San Antonio police officer. We're going to see how the scholarship will help students.
And a new rover headed to Mars. We'll see what it looks like and how many scientists it took to actually build.
And taking a look outside with live cam, downtown San Antonio. Nice shot of downtown San Antonio, 67 degrees. You won't need your heavy jacket today, but maybe a light rain jacket. We're going to check in with Sarah in just a bit.
Good morning and welcome back. 8:13 this morning, and NASA giving people an up-close and personal look at the new Mars rover.
So media members saw it in the clean room at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory yesterday. It's scheduled to land on the red planet in February of 2021 and will take a team of about 300 scientists to operate.
Wow. It'll actually land near a big crater where it's going to be searching for signs of ancient life, including mineral deposits and perhaps even microscopic fossils.
300
really
people.
Interesting.
Huh.
You know, they're trying to do this new thing in space where they're mining for precious resources. Now on Earth, we think of precious resources as gold, silver, platinum, diamonds.
Money.
Okay.
I was going to say oil. Oil.
Well,
maybe.
what do you guys think would be some precious resources in space?
Water?
Water. Great.
That was it.
Oxygen.
Oh yeah, oxygen.
Fuel for fire or combustion to keep something going in space, because there's not gas stations in space.
No.
So what they're trying to do is they're mining for those precious resources, because you can make steam with water.
Yes.
Which can propel you through space. So it's pretty cool. So that's a neat step to explore Mars there.
Yeah,
Pretty
interesting for 2021.
Right.
All right.
Now,
look forward to it.
if they find some diamonds, I won't be complaining. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather, though. We are looking at cloudy skies around San Antonio. And on top of that, there's also some areas of light rain, mainly southeast of San Antonio. But I've been watching this camera, and every now and then, it'll wiggle. Okay, and that's because we've got a wind from the southeast up to 20 miles per hour. Breezy conditions, keeping the mugginess in the air. Dew points are in the 60s. Humidity is at 84%. We are going to have this breeze with us, at least for the first part of the day here. Those breezy conditions from the southeast, and it is mild everywhere you look. Temperatures are well above what we normally see this time of year and this time of day. We normally wake up in the 40s this time of year, but now it's 20 degrees warmer than that. 66 at GMSA Randolph, 64 Rio Medina, 63 in Bandera. And as you take a look at the radar and satellite, you can see where the shield of light rain is. As we zoom in closer to Pleasanton, some light rain right there working its way across I-37. And then we do have some light rain that's trekking along a line toward Floresville and Wilson County and Stockdale as well. This is very, very light rain. In fact, as we zoom into Bexar County, the only really area where we're starting to see some light returns is on the extremely southeast side of Bexar County, south of Lake Bronig. And for the rest of us, though, in Bexar County right now, just really some sprinkles. The front that is going to be moving our way is to the north of us. It's near San Angelo right now, and that front is producing a little bit more of organized storms out near San Angelo and near Sonora. By the time this gets to us, though, it's going to be pretty weak, okay? We're not going to be seeing huge downpours. We are on the tail end of this very large system that's bringing snowfall across parts of the Midwest and the Dakotas. And like I said, we're at the tail end of the system in San Antonio. So really only light rain expected, maybe a rumble of thunder. And the cold air is really going to sag behind that front. We won't really experience the cooler weather until tomorrow and Monday. Most of the rain is in Texas is well to the north of us, around that area of low pressure. So there's going to be a lot of people that are traveling across the state of Texas today that are going to need to use caution on the roadways because there will be plenty of rain for many places. Here, though, like I said, only a 30% chance for isolated rain. We'll stay gray for most of the day, maybe a few peaks of sunshine in the afternoon, right around 72 for the high. South winds breezy at times at 5 to 15 miles per hour. If you are traveling up I-35 toward Dallas to head back home, it's going to be stormy. If you're heading out to I-10 east toward Houston, some areas of patchy fog, and then down Laredo should be okay, just a little bit on the warmer side. That front moving through today again will slowly bring in the cooler air. It'll be breezy tomorrow. We'll clear out. We'll have really wonderful weather for your Sunday. Even cooler on Monday, but plenty of sunshine. New Year's Eve, we'll see clouds return, and then New Year's Day, as we ring in 2020, we are expected to have even a better chance for rain than we do now. So I'm hoping that that 40% will go up over the next couple of days. For now, though, that's what we've got going on. Scattered showers and a much cooler week. Highs only in the 50s and 60s.
That's good. We can finally pull out the jackets again.
Right, especially in the morning.
Yes.
I'm just going to go out there and say it is a perfect day to stay inside and watch the best college football games of the year. 8:19, 67 degrees out.
And the Spurs are back on the court today looking for revenge. We're going to tell you what you need to know about tonight's game with the Detroit Pistons. And welcome back. It's 8:22. The San Antonio Independent School District honoring fallen officer Cliff Martinez.
The district announcing the Cliff Martinez Memorial Scholarship for students who want to pursue a career as a police officer. Now remember, Martinez was killed last Saturday while working off duty as a security guard at a southeast side IHOP. Martinez worked with the SAISD Police Department for 28 years.
A visitation service will be held on Monday, January 6th from 4 to 9 p.m. at Porter Loring Mortuary on McCullough Avenue. Funeral services are set for Tuesday, January 7th at 10 a.m. at the Community Bible Church. You can find all this information on our website at kset.com.
And time now is 8:23, 67 degrees out.
And Los Chimuelos were on the ice tonight, but nobody lost any teeth. We're going to have the highlights from the San Antonio Rampage game after the break.
The race to Sace continues tonight. The Spurs back in the Alamo City, taking on the Detroit Pistons, and the Spurs looking for a little revenge after what was an embarrassing game the last time the two teams met. Back on December 1st, the Pistons walking all over the Spurs in Detroit en route to a 34-point win. The Spurs now coming off a close loss to the Dallas Mavericks. The Pistons, though, other side of the spectrum, coming off a 30-point win over the Washington Wizards. Tip-off for tonight's game scheduled for 7:30. And remember to tune in tomorrow morning here, GMSA, for highlights and, of course, post-game reactions. And in hockey, San Antonio Rampage at home last night, playing as Los Chimuelos in their bright-colored sweaters, taking on the Texas Stars. Los Chimuelos taking an early 2-goal lead in the first. Played well thanks to their goalie, 37 saves in the game. But here's the thing, the Stars would make a comeback, forcing a shootout. And we all know the Rampage, not that great at shootouts this year. Hey. Texas outscoring San Antonio in the shootout, winning the game, dropping the Rampage's record to 0-4 in shootouts this season. I'm not biased. I'm just throwing out the stats. I know. And even though the Rampage picked up a point in the overtime loss, the coach not happy because he said they probably didn't deserve it.
I didn't think we were very good for certainly the first 40 minutes. I thought we were a little bit better in the third, but the overtime, we had our opportunities. But, for the first 40 minutes, I thought we were doing a lot of standing around and watching.
Don't worry, though. Rampage back on the ice tonight, taking on the Texas Stars once again. It's part of the home and home series, so this time they'll head up 35, playing Cedar Park near Austin. The puck for tonight's game drops at 7.
All right. One more chance.
One more chance. And, of course, go Spurs go.
Yes, go Spurs go.
8:28, 67 degrees out.
The two billionaire Democratic presidential candidates are ruffling some feathers on the campaign trail. I'm Nadia Romero in Washington. I'll explain why money is playing a big factor.
Good morning. Welcome back and happy Saturday. I'm Max Massey.
And I'm Stephanie Cerna. It's Saturday, December 28th. Thanks for joining us this morning. And it doesn't feel like December, but I don't know, it's not too bad.
Doesn't feel like December, doesn't feel like winter. It doesn't feel like New Year's is just a few days away. It feels like kind of like a muggy spring day.
Yeah, a muggy spring day. And on top of that, I do have some bad news for allergy sufferers, particularly those who suffer with a mountain cedar allergy. It's many of us across the state of Texas. And today in San Antonio, we just got the pollen count in. This is the highest count for mountain cedar so far this cedar season. So I think cedar fever is in full swing. I know some of my family members were struggling with it just in the last couple of days over Christmas. So again, if you do suffer from a mountain cedar allergy, today is going to be one of those days where you're going to want to make sure that you've taken your allergy pill. Mold is down quite a bit from yesterday. It's now low. So that is the silver lining in the pollen count. And, we are going to be seeing some areas of light rain today. Maybe that would wash out some of that pollen. But with the pollen count so high, it's going to take more than just a few spits and drizzles like what we're going to see today to get that pollen out of the air. Right now outside, though, like Max and Stephanie were saying, it is pretty mild and muggy. It's 67 in San Antonio, 67 New Braunfels, 65 in Bulverde, 62 up in Kerrville, 63 in Bandera. And we are seeing some areas of light rain, although this band of light rain from Pleasanton to Floresville to Seguin has started to subside a little bit and die down. And even as we head into the afternoon, we're still only going to have a small chance for rain. We'll call it about a 30% chance for isolated light rain. We may see a couple of peaks of sunshine in the afternoon, but still it's going to be pretty gray today and really only a high near 72 degrees. South winds breezy at times up to 15 miles per hour. A front is going to move through today, and that's going to set up a much nicer Sunday and a cooler week ahead. I've got to look at those numbers in just a few minutes. Max, Stephanie.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. We kind of talked about this last half hour. What is your New Year's resolution? New Year's just a few days away.
Yeah, so I'm like trying to make it shorter than it really is. It's one thing, but
it's kind of ironic because of what it's going to be.
Well, yeah, I'm just like to battle my closets and to win. It's sort of like being organized, but I just want to, be able to get things in order, but not just, one clean sweep, but throughout the year. So that's my New Year's resolution.
Okay. Yours is a lot different than most people's.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I like to run, so like.
That's true. You're really
I already
fast.
do that. No, I'm not fast.
You did a half marathon. Never mind. Most resolutions, other than Stephanie, include fitness and drive to accomplish these resolutions. Usually, kind of goes away by mid-January.
Yeah, we'll see. Not for me, because I get grouchy if I don't run. So, but Lifetime Fitness is trying to change that with a unique approach. Our Alicia Beretta is live at the Rim location with more on that. Hi, Alicia.
Max, good morning. Max, Stephanie, well, those goals are good. And Stephanie, you mentioned keeping your closet organized, and that's good, but the key is being a little bit more specific. And we're here at Lifetime Fitness, and they have their commitment days, so you can come check them out free starting today all the way through January 5th. And they have some really cool events, and to talk more about that, I have Barbie. Barbie, there's a big 5K. Every year it's grown. What's the deal for this year?
This year we're expecting about 300 people for our Commitment Day 5K. You can register for that at commitmentday.com, and for all your viewers, we have a discount code. It's CD 2020. So we also offer a great breakfast afterwards. The 5K run, it's a run, walk, race, whatever we time it. You can take it kind of at your own pace any way you want, and it's for the whole family.
So the kids can even come?
Yes, the kids can even come. Perfect. Strollers, everything, bring everybody. But it's really that one positive action on the first day of the year to get you started and get you moving.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And that's going to be happening at 9:30 a.m. And over here waiting on the other side for me is our personal trainer, Vanessa. She's going to give me some few tips. I'm going to hand over the microphone because this is maybe 2 things that you can start doing. So commit to doing every morning or every night or sometime during your day. All right, Vanessa, so what are we going to do?
So easily modifiable. We can start this out with a warm-up or your actual workout. We're going to start off with a TRX row. You're going to extend your arms out, make sure that you're squeezing your glutes and your core tight, and just pull right up.
And then about how many of these?
We can go for about 15 to start. And what's nice is that you can either walk your feet in just to make it just a tad bit harder. Oh. And you're only using your body weight, so it's really easily modifiable. If you want to walk up because you start to feel it seems a little bit more challenging.
It's a little shaky over here. And then the lunge.
Right, so the reverse lunge. So just like as if I was holding your hands out in front of you, you're just going to have it as a nice support system. You're going to drop back that leg, still making sure that your glutes and your core are tight. Yep. And this is really nice to make sure that we're just accommodating your body and we're not, having anything be extra mobile. It's just nice and easy for anyone.
And then this is something that you can include with your whole family. Tell me about that, those family days.
Yeah, so we love family and we really support being able to approach the children in their developmental ages, meaning that each area in our kids club is activities that are supporting by their age groups. We also have a parents' night out, so whenever you want to take a little break and you want to have some fun time, then you can actually drop off the kids and then go enjoy yourself in the Rim area and then come right back and pick them up.
And again, the cool part is that this is part of their special that starts today, December 28th, and goes on till January 5th. So when they walk in, what do they have to say? What do they have to do?
They literally are just going to say, we're here for Commitment Day and I want to try out some of the events and I want to get a good workout in. Or just say, I'm here for the parents' night out, and you can drop your kids off and go have a good time.
Have a good time working out and doing some of the workouts that I was doing. Thank you so much, Vanessa. So maybe those are just 2 of the things that you can get started, or anything, but we even talked about earlier this morning, maybe increasing that water intake. So that's another good goal for this year. Again, I'm still thinking about mine. Don't know what my 2020 resolution is, but it's going to be a good one. Max, Stephanie, back to you.
Can't wait to hear it, Alicia. Thank you.
2 billionaire candidates have spent more than $200 million on TV ads so far this political season. Democrat candidates Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg pouring out their own wealth, trying to lure in those 2020 voters.
And the approach is the exact opposite of what some of their Democratic challengers are preaching. CNN's Nadia Romero has more on how the 2 billionaires hope they're making a big impact with their costly ads.
Some people want it, but these billionaire candidates have it. Plenty of money. And Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg are pouring it into TV ads to the tune of more than $211 million.
Should a president pressure a foreign leader to intervene in our elections?
Many Americans first learned about Steyer through his Need to Impeach campaign, but his ads haven't stopped there, cashing out the money he made in the private sector to make the pitch he'd be the best president for the economy.
We have to beat him on the economy. That's why I'm for Tom Steyer.
Bloomberg has no plans of making it on the debate stage, so he's banking on his political record and flooding TV sets across America.
This guy spends his time tweeting. This guy gets things done.
Just last week, Michael Bloomberg pushed back against criticism over bankrolling his own campaign.
Some of these candidates criticized me for spending a lot of money. I think, you want me to spend less to get rid of Donald Trump? I don't think so.
But the other billionaire in the race took some jabs at his opponent.
Unless he's willing to embrace a wealth tax, unless he's willing to be a leader of the Democratic Party in terms of equity and economic justice, then I don't think he's an appropriate leader for the Democratic Party.
The formula for winning from the big spenders, the exact opposite plan for the most progressive candidates in the race.
You've got a lot of young people, a lot of lower income people who are making $5 or $10 contributions.
If people are going to run for president, it shouldn't be about reaching in their pockets and trying to drown out everyone else's voice with tens of millions of dollars.
In Washington, I'm Nadia Romero.
Time now 8:40, 67 degrees out.
And it looks like it should be a painting in a museum, but it was taken from space.
Whoa.
See what it is after the break.
It's a great tease. I got to see what it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a live look out at Alamo City, 67 degrees. What is the rest of the weekend? What does your New Year's look like? Our Sarah Spivey joins us with your full forecast.
And welcome back. It is 8:43. So our producer Jared has a pop quiz for Max. And I wouldn't know this either. So we want to know what are the 3 different kinds of rock, and it's not like classic rock, alternative, or hard rock.
Oh, okay. Actually, hold on.
Okay, you got this?
Igneous? I don't know. What was that, Sarah? Igneous?
Yeah.
Metamorphic. And then I don't know the other one.
Well, that's a question.
Crust something?
Well, we're going to find out.
All right, well, anyway.
So take a look at the image. Yeah. NASA released this image, this pretty picture taken from space of the Anti-Atlas Mountains of Morocco. They were formed 80 million years ago after the African and Eurasian tectonic plates collided.
So as a result, the ocean was destroyed, but layers of rock formed in its place. In this image, you can see the dramatic coloration of the various rock types, including sandstone, claystone, and gypsum layers.
And then the third is sedimentary.
There you go.
Yeah.
My brother got in trouble for a similar question in middle school, and I'll always remember this, but it made me laugh because they asked him for the different parts of the eardrum or something, and I don't know, but he put snare drum, bass drum, and of course he got it wrong and he got in trouble, but I'm still laughing about it.
He was
many years
creative
later.
with his answers.
Yeah.
Outside the box. That was beautiful, though.
Yeah, beautiful
Amazing.
picture.
That was gorgeous. And what a fun pop quiz.
That was good. Good job, Jared.
Good
pop
job,
quiz.
Jared.
Have you guys been paying attention? What's the weather going to be like today?
Not so nice for most people.
Yeah. But
Drizzly and spitty? Is that what it was?
Spitty?
No. But
I can tell you it's mountain cedar season, though.
Yeah, it is mountain cedar season.
Spitty?
So maybe sneezy.
Spits and drizzle?
Yeah, that's what I said. Spits and drizzle of rain, not spitty weather. That's funny. Taking a look outside at temperatures, though, we are sitting in the 60s right now. We usually start a late December day in the 40s, so we are 20 degrees warmer than average right now. It's 63 in Kerrville, 66 in Del Rio, 64 in Uvalde, 64 in Carrizo Springs. It's gray. There's areas of sprinkles out there right now, even some light rain southeast of San Antonio, and it's breezy. Winds are from the southeast at about 20 miles per hour in some places. So we've got that humidity working its way in as well. And here's a look at the radar at the moment. That shield of rain that was from Cotulla to Pleasanton to Floresville has kind of fallen apart a little bit, and what we're looking at right now is just some very light rain, some spits and drizzles of light rain. Down near Pleasanton, that is coming to an end. Then you follow 97 up to Floresville, coming to an end as well. Near Seguin, there may be a light rain shower at the moment, but around San Antonio, you can see anything that's falling is too light to be detected on radar, so more like sprinkles around San Antonio at the moment. Zoom out a little bit more. That front that's going to be moving through later on today is currently working its way across parts of central West Texas. And this is a big dynamic system that is absolutely going to impact a busy travel day across the nation. Here in San Antonio and across the state of Texas, the larger amount of rain is going to be near the Dallas area. So if you're traveling by roadways, just be aware that you're going to need to maybe keep your radar handy or keep our KSAT weather app handy, because you can look at radar across the nation on that app. And behind this front, it's not terribly colder. It is cooler. It's 39 in Amarillo and 45 in Lubbock. This cold air is going to take its time getting to us. We'll be cooler tomorrow, but definitely not cold. And then by Monday morning, we'll wake up with temperatures in the 30s, and that is pretty cold in my book. So again, like I said, this system is going to be causing delays, and we're already seeing some delays come in. The Denver airport, it has an average delay of about 50 minutes right now. They're getting snow. And so just keep that in mind. Check with your airlines. It's going to be a bit of a headache on top of the busy travel day. There is that dynamic weather system. But here, the local airports are doing just fine. Let's take a look at today's forecast. Sprinkles during the morning, then isolated rain in the afternoon, about 30%. That front is going to move through, and the colder air is going to gradually push in. Tomorrow, our highs only going to be in the 60s. And then during the week, our highs will fall into the 50s and 60s. Tuesday, for New Year's Eve, we're going to see clouds increase, and then by Wednesday, we'll have a decent chance for scattered showers and storms. We'll keep an eye on that. I have a feeling that number is probably going to go up. Better rain chance on Wednesday than there is even today for us. Taking a look at it all together, sunnier and nicer tomorrow, breezy though, and then a cold start Monday and Tuesday morning, scattered rain on Wednesday. We'll be right back.
And welcome back. Spotify staying out of politics in the new year. The music streaming service will no longer accept political ads in 2020. So Spotify saying it doesn't have the ability to, quote, responsibly validate, end quote, the ads. However, this does not include ads embedded within third-party content. For example, podcasts not owned by Spotify. The policy only affects its service in the U.S. because that's the only market where it sells political ads.
And you now must be at least 21 years old to buy tobacco products in the United States. The FDA says the new federal rule is now in effect. The policy includes cigarettes, cigars, and e-cigarettes. This change comes as concerns continue about an outbreak of vaping-related lung injuries. In San Antonio, the age to buy tobacco products already set at 21 back in 2018, and Texas adopted the measure this past September. Time now is 8:52, 67 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by Broadway Bank.
Hi, I'm Christopher Bells from Broadway Bank in Texas. I, along with my family, would like to send a special holiday greeting to my brother, Captain Robert Francis Bells, who is currently deployed. Robert, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. We love you and we miss you. Thank you.
And welcome back. It's 8:55, so I'm going to ask Matt something, all right? Look into my eyes. Are you getting sleepy? No, of course not. You don't feel hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know. It doesn't work for us. But it turns out losing weight can be that simple for some people.
Surgery-free weight loss may all be in the power of your mind. Look at that. It's a technique called gastric bypass hypnosis. Many people say it works, and it's actually helped them keep their weight off for years.
All right, let's take a look. Our Erica Hernandez has more.
Do you know that you can hide from getting your picture taken if you're always the one behind the camera?
Jackie Simmons lacked confidence. She's been on a roller coaster diet since the age of 8. She tried everything from group systems to the grapefruit diet. Her breakthrough came when she found gastric bypass hypnosis.
When you're ready, take a deep breath in and hold it.
She said it taught her the power of your mind.
I didn't have to work at this. This worked on me.
Hypnotherapist Rena Greenberg says the technique trains patients to only crave healthy foods.
So it's retraining the mind so that you stop to think before you put anything in your mouth and think, am I really hungry?
Greenberg uses the deep state of relaxation and focus to suggest to patients to eat smaller portions and healthier foods to go along with an increase in activity. Through the power of her mind, instead of processed carbs, Jackie eats fruits and veggies and is now 50 pounds lighter. Julie Evans lost more than 140 pounds.
You're not having surgery and you learn how to eat.
Julie's dramatic weight loss is featured in many magazines. Rena now has clients internationally, all hoping for similar results.
What I'm helping people to do is go deeper and connect into the voice of their own inner wisdom.
According to the American Medical Association, 40% of American adults are obese. Greenberg says the key to patients having lasting weight loss effects is for patients to daily remind themselves they don't want unhealthy foods. Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Right now, the latest on a fight outside a bar that led to a shooting on an I-35 service ramp. One man in critical condition after shot in the head. Police still investigating how it all unfolded.
Start off the new year at the gym. This morning on GMSA, we're at Lifetime Fitness for their commitment days on how you can tackle those New Year's resolutions one by one.
Yay, new year, new you, but not new weather. This is something we've seen before, 67 degrees in San Antonio. Yeah, not like Christmas though, or not like New Year's.
Good morning. It is 9 o'clock on Saturday, December 28th.
Thanks for joining us on this Saturday morning. Hope you're having a good one. And if you're running errands, yeah, you didn't have to bring your jacket today. Not a heavy jacket at least.
Not yet, right, Sarah? We might see some rain?
Yeah, there is the possibility to see some isolated light rain. In fact, areas like Pleasanton, Floresville have already seen a little bit of light rain.
Gotcha.
But unfortunately, I do have to start with bad news, guys. And we just got the pollen count in. Mountain cedar is through the roof. I mean, this is the highest mountain cedar count so far this season for us, past 19,000. You know, a lot of my friends and some of my family have been saying that they're sick, and it's actually probably just cedar fever. So if you do know that you suffer from a mountain cedar allergy, today is that day where you want to take that allergy pill. Mold is present. It's actually down a lot from yesterday. It is low, so that's the small silver lining there. But still, mountain cedar is a big issue. Outside right now, it's completely cloudy. We're at 67 degrees. Okay, we are 20 degrees warmer than how we usually start an end of December day. And winds have been breezy from the south up to about 20 miles per hour. Humidity is high, and everywhere you look, it's a mild and muggy start to the day. 65 Canyon Lake, 67 in New Braunfels, 63 in Bandera, and 64 in Tarpley. We have seen some early morning rain come to an end. From Pleasanton to Floresville up to Seguin, there was a light band of rain. There's still a few isolated showers in Wilson County at the moment, but in Bexar County, we're just seeing some areas of sprinkles. Here's your forecast for today. Staying cloudy. We may see a peak of sunshine in the afternoon, but still temperatures are just going to stay in the 70s, 60s and low 70s in the afternoon. South winds breezy at times at 5 to 15. We've got some changes on the way. A cold front is on our doorstep, and it's going to set up a cooler week ahead. I've got to look at that forecast in just a few. Max?
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, police investigating the events that led up to a man getting shot in the head on I-35 around 3:30 this morning. Now, this happened around the area of I-35 North and 410 West. Now, police say the situation actually started when a man and woman were arguing inside a club. A security guard from the club stopped the two from arguing, telling the woman he would take her somewhere else to get away. Now, they both left the club together, and that's when the man started following them. Security guard pulled over on I-35 and 410 westbound ramp, almost getting run over by the man. The security guard then pulled out a gun, shooting that man in the head. Now, he was taken to the hospital and is listed in critical condition. As of now, the security guard has not been charged, but this investigation is still ongoing.
And in Cibolo, FM 1103 may be closed for several hours today after a deadly accident last night. Now, the crash happened just after 5 p.m. at the intersection of FM 1103 and Saddle Spoke. Cibolo police say the driver of the motorcycle, 38-year-old Aaron Zakruski, crashed into a car and died at the scene. Now, the driver of the car was not seriously hurt, but was taken to a hospital. Police say alcohol does not appear to be a factor in this crash, and no charges have been filed.
In your morning headlines, officials in Kazakhstan are now considering technical failure, pilot error, and weather conditions all as possible causes for the plane crash that killed 12 people and injured 50 more. A total of 98 people were on board that plane that crashed early Friday morning, just several minutes after departing. Police still investigating the crash, trying to analyze documents, audio, and video recordings. Right now, inspecting the airport's infrastructure.
And the horrible wildfires in Australia continue to burn, but now thousands of koalas are dying. That's according to Australian environmental officials. They say up to 30% of their habitat has been destroyed, and the situation may only get worse. The New South Wales region was home to 28,000 koalas. But wildfires in recent months have significantly reduced their population. These conditions are raising fears that the high temperatures and dry winds could further intensify deadly fires that are burning out of control. Koalas are native to Australia and are one of the country's most beloved animals.
And back here at home, we're going to take a live look out at the roads of San Antonio. There's I-10 and 1604, I-10 and Callahan. Everything seems to be going smoothly this morning. We do know that today is another big day of travel out and about, either going to or coming back from vacation. So if you are out and about today, try to be as safe and smart as possible.
Yeah, take caution.
All right, well, we've been talking about our New Year's resolutions throughout the morning. I thought of one, thinking, maybe no more candy or no more snacks in the newsroom.
What?
That's not realistic. It's not. I don't care how much I eat before I get to work. The second I walk through the door.
We have a newsroom community table, I guess, and so it's hard to stay away. Yeah.
Shout out to everyone that brings in the food. Anyway, our Alicia Vera live from Lifetime Fitness with a lot of people who are starting their resolutions early.
Hi, Alicia.
Hold on. Max, I'm so confused. Why no more snacks in the newsroom? I think I've only seen you eat snacks in the newsroom twice since I've been there this last year.
I don't
feel like that's a challenge for you.
I've seen more.
Well, I'm not there enough, you guys, but the point is making one positive, committing to one positive action for 2020. And perhaps it's working out, drinking more water, being more grateful, and to practice being more grateful, I have Rachel with me. You'll have a big event going on Lifetime Fitness for these commitment days. What's going on tomorrow?
Well, just about taking that one positive step is, like you said, practicing something like yoga. And tomorrow we'll have our Discover Yoga experience, and it's open to the public. And it's kind of a taste tester of all the 5 formats that Lifetime has to offer.
So, I've done yoga, but perhaps some of our viewers at home, they've never done it. So this is a great chance for them to come try it out.
A great opportunity, and it's open to the public, yes.
And what time does that start?
Starts at 9:30 to 11, and you can register for it on the app.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Then we're going to head over here again with Vanessa. We've been talking to Vanessa all morning. Thank you again, Rachel. There's a big chance, obviously this is all free starting today through January 5th, but there's a chance to give back, and y'all are giving back big to one of your own members, family members here.
Yeah, so like I said, we're a big family club, and this is one of our family members that works here. And unfortunately, he's been battling leukemia. His name is Reggie Campbell, and the way that we want to give back is by opening up a silent auction on January 2nd, and it's going to last till January 4th. On that 4th day, then we're going to make sure that we feed you guys and have a lot of fun and kind of close it off, but we would really greatly appreciate any contribution that you're willing to give.
And so these, it'll all end with a family day workout, but if you come here to Lifetime Fitness during these days, you can just make a donation, but it ends big on that family day. So tell me about that.
Yeah, the family day is going to be super fun. So you can actually bring your kids and kind of get them involved and make sure that they understand that mom and dad are behind getting healthy and improving their healthy way of life. So bring the kids and have a lot of fun. It starts at 10:30. It's going to be in our gym 2. And again, just like any and all of our events, you can literally just walk in and say, I'm here for the workout, or I'm here to donate, and just drop on by and inquire.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, so there you have it, these commitment days. It starts with committing to one simple thing, whatever that may be for you, but stick to it and make this a better new year. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Alicia. Well, with 2020 right around the corner, healthcare remains one of the top priorities for voters. And since the passing of Obamacare, millions of Americans medically insured. But does having insurance coverage translate into more access to doctors? Here's ABC News' Trevor Ault with your Medical Minute.
With the new year approaching, presidential candidates out on the campaign trail continue to tout their individual ideas for health care reform, with some proposing Medicare for all, the government providing insurance for all citizens. But before Americans move forward, researchers from the UCLA School of Medicine are taking a look back. After the Affordable Care Act was passed, many in healthcare worried that all the newly insured Americans under Medicaid expansion could flood emergency departments, driving up costs and wait times. But according according to these researchers, the exact opposite happened. They looked at more than 17,000 people in states that expanded Medicaid and found that more people were able to start seeing a doctor regularly. And by focusing on preventative care, there was less need for emergency care. When it came to emergency room visits, nothing changed. The research showed people didn't start using the emergency room more just because they had better insurance. They also didn't use it any less. The study authors concluded that having better insurance means more people may start seeing doctors and take better care of themselves. The study authors concluded that having better insurance, whether it's provided by the government or a private company, means more people may start seeing their doctors and take better care of themselves, and this may actually reduce expensive emergency room visits in the long run. With this Medical Minute, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News.
And if you suffer from migraines, you understand the pain they cause. And for many sufferers, over-the-counter medications do not really help. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration announced the approval of a new migraine medication. It's called Ubrogepant. In a recent study, more than 19% of people who were given the drug said they were pain-free in 2 hours. And 40% said they were relieved of debilitating symptoms like light and noise sensitivity. The most commonly prescribed drugs for migraines work by constricting blood vessels around the brain. Now, instead, the drug targets a protein involved in the transmission of pain.
Now to the Spurs, the silver and black playing the Detroit Pistons tonight here at home at the AT&T Center. The Spurs couldn't bring home a win. The last time they played Detroit, that was back on December 1st, and they lost by about 30 points. Tip-off starts at 7:30 tonight, and need this win right now, sitting at about 12-20. So any win the Spurs can get will be huge for the playoff picture.
All right, go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. About 9-11, 67 degrees out.
And drones may be cool toys, yeah. But one family says theirs burst into flames while it was charging. That's still ahead on GMSA.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Oof, it is muggy, humid, 67 degrees to start your weekend, but could be a very different picture tomorrow. Sarah Spies joins us with your full forecast. Good morning and welcome back. Drones became popular just a few years ago. Many probably received them as Christmas gifts this year, so if you do have one, you might want to be careful.
One family says a popular toy nearly set their house on fire while it was charging. They heard a hissing noise coming from the drone and noticed it was too hot to touch. The drone burst into flames and ended up on the floor. Now photos show the burnt carpet and pieces of metal still stuck to the floor.
Wow.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm. No. Do you guys have any interesting?
I was like, do you have drones? I was like, no, I don't.
No, definitely. Well, your husband's a photographer, so you might have a drone.
No, we don't. We don't. I know, he expressed interest in having one for work.
Did he like tip you off like, hey, I want a drone on my Christmas list?
No,
and you're like,
not so much, but I mean, he said it would be interesting, it would help with some of our, coverage here and there, but I mean, to see that happen, uh-oh.
Well, I mean, it was just Christmas a couple days ago.
Right.
Didn't feel like it though.
No, it felt like summer almost.
It was muggy on Christmas Day and gray, and we've got more gray weather here today for us. So we are looking at the possibility for isolated light rain throughout the day. Right now, though, just a few sprinkles around the Alamo City. 67. That is a warm start for the end of December. South winds are breezy at times at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. We've seen a wind up to about 18 miles per hour in San Antonio just over the last hour. It's 66 in Bulverde, 67 New Braunfels, 65 in Canyon Lake, 64 in Tarpley, 63 in Bandera. And we've had a morning where there has been quite a few showers southeast of San Antonio, but those have really started to fall apart. Just a few light rain showers between Floresville and Stockdale, and just on the Wilson and Bexar County line south of Elmendorf, south of Lake Bronig Lake, rather. And so as we take a wider view, this is where that front is right now, right near San Angelo. And the front is pushing to the south, but this is more organized. You can see there's plenty of lightning around San Angelo, Sonora. Unfortunately, by the time the front gets to us, it's going to be less organized. This is not ideal for rain in San Antonio. They're not an ideal setup. You can see, though, that there's plenty of rain across the Central Plains, some snow from Colorado to Minneapolis, all around this area of low pressure system. You can see that right near that low, that's where the more organized rain is. If we want good rain in San Antonio, we need this low to be right there, southwest and west of San Antonio. That would bring us some good rain. There's a possibility for that later on this week. On Wednesday, the first day of 2020. But like I said, we're on the tail end of this system. There will be some decent rain, some thunderstorms up near Dallas today. But here in San Antonio, we're just going to see the spits and drizzles of isolated showers and maybe a rumble of thunder. But again, we're just on the tail end of it. It's not looking great for rainfall for us. By tomorrow morning, we'll be much cooler than we are now by 10 to 15 degrees, waking up in the 40s and in the low 50s. Before the day today, it'll stay mild in the 60s pretty much all day. Maybe a few peaks of sun in the afternoon. That would bring us up to about 70 for the high temperature. South wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Again, if you are driving across the state of Texas today, particularly if you're going north toward Dallas, you'll want to use some caution on the roadways. Thunderstorms are possible. Elsewhere, not going to be too bad. Just look out for some isolated rain if you're going toward Houston. And if you're going down to Laredo, temperatures are much warmer than here. They'll be in the 80s down in Laredo. Now, once that front moves through, the rain is going to come to an end and push to the east. We'll be able to see some clearing. It'll be nice tomorrow, breezy, a high near 66 degrees. Cooler on Monday because of the cold start in the morning in the 30s, so it'll be chilly in the mornings. New Year's Eve, Tuesday, we'll see clouds work back in by midnight. And then on New Year's Day itself, that's when we have our best chance for rain this upcoming week. Hopefully I'll be able to increase that possibility of rain. That would be nice. We are under drought conditions, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I like your little graphic. Happy 2020.
Happy 2020.
Almost there. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 9:18, 67 degrees out.
And road closures all over the city may cause some delays if you're traveling this weekend. Still ahead, which roads you should avoid.
And it is a big weekend for football, whether you like the pros or college. We're going to have a full preview just ahead. Good morning and welcome back. We're still technically in the holiday season, so right now on KSAT.com, if traveling is on your list of plans for this weekend, you might want to listen up. Several roads throughout the city will be temporarily shut down for construction. Loop 1604 on the northeast side will be closed from Sunday the 29th until January 4th. On Monday the 30th until Friday, January 10th, Loop 410 on the west side will be closed, and also certain closures on I-10 and I-35. Don't worry though. You have a full list of these road closures right now on KSAT.com.
And also right now on our digital platforms, just days away from 2020, we are taking a look back at the biggest moments of 2019. So KSAT News at 9 put together a year in review show for the crime stories that shocked the city to the biggest political controversies. And of course, the stories that were just plain weird. The whole show is now available on demand on KSAT.com, the KSAT mobile app, and on our streaming app, available on Roku or any smart TV device.
And time now is 9:23, 67 degrees out.
And after the break, Max will preview the Texans and Cowboys. Not me, Max. That's coming up.
It's a big weekend for football pros, especially. Texans take on the Titans tomorrow. Big interdivisional game. And also tomorrow, huge game for the Cowboys. If they win and the Eagles lose, they are in the playoffs. They could finish the season 8-8, or they could finish it 7-9. Either way, they kind of control their destiny. If they win, they have to wait on another team to lose.
All right, well, they have to win and hope for the best. Yeah.
And it could be Jason Witten's last game.
Aww.
Again. 9:26, 67 degrees out.
All right. So if you're thinking about taking a trip to Japan next year, you might be in luck. Japan Airlines introduced a campaign and is giving away 50,000 free round-trip tickets. What you need to do to qualify for these tickets, that's coming up.
And Volkswagen designing a robot to help people with electric cars. How the robot will work to charge those cars. Really interesting story you're not going to want to miss. That's next. Good morning and happy Saturday. It is December 28th.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Doesn't feel like December 28th. It is 67 degrees right now, but a little drizzly, I guess, maybe in some places, Sarah?
There are definitely sprinkles out there right now, guys. We're seeing temperatures climbing from the 50s to the 60s, so we're really looking at a pretty muggy start. Let's take a look at mountain cedar. Mountain cedar is very high right now. In fact, this is the highest count of mountain cedar that we have seen in a while. Especially, it's the highest this season so far. So cedar fever is in full swing. And unfortunately, although there is a chance for rain today, the rain is not going to be enough to really wash out the pollen from the air. And by tomorrow, we're going to have a breezy northerly wind, so we may even see mountain cedar go higher, unfortunately. Right now outside, we've got cloudy skies and a few areas of sprinkles. Humidity's at 81%. It's a muggy start to the day. We do have winds from the south at about 10 to 20 miles per hour right now, so it's breezy as well. 67 in New Braunfels, 66 in Castroville, 64 in Comfort. Here's a look at the visible satellite. You can see nothing but cloud cover around San Antonio. There are a few areas of light rain showers, especially earlier from Pleasanton to Floresville up to Seguin. Now it's really just little light pockets of rain, especially out near Stockdale and down near Floresville. Around Bexar County, nothing of any kind of sustenance. We're really just seeing sprinkles in the area at the moment. Cloudy skies through about the lunch hour. We may see a few peaks of sun in the afternoon, but still it's going to be pretty standard as far as the thermometer goes, with temperatures just staying in the 60s, getting near 70 degrees in the afternoon. South winds at 5 to 15. There is a cold front moving through later on today. That's going to set up a cooler week, and we're eventually going to have a better chance for rain as we head into 2020. I'll be back with that forecast in just a few. Max?
Thank you, Sarah. It's something we've been talking about throughout the morning. New Year's just a few days away. We're talking resolutions, and most New Year's resolutions actually involve health or fitness. So if that's you, listen up.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. So Lifetime Fitness will open their doors to everyone from today through January 5th for their annual Commitment Day celebrations.
Our Alicia Rivera live at the Rim with much more. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Well, those New Year's resolutions, I hope y'all have them written down. I'm still working on mine, but this is important because unfortunately by the first or second week, people ditch those New Year's resolutions. And actually, there's a national day. It's National Ditch Your Resolutions Day, and that's officially on January 17th. So we don't want to celebrate that day. We want to stay committed to what we're committing to. And what we talked about is stick to maybe one goal that you have, one step that's going to make you healthier, more active. And here we've been speaking to Vanessa all morning. She's a personal trainer, and she's leading this small group class. So if you want to come try this out, they're offering free days starting today until January 5th, and that's part of their Commitment Day celebrations. And Miss Lynn, before you get started over here, she's actually one of the clients here. How are these small classes, these group training, helping you stay committed for 2020?
Well, it's great. I'm part of the Flex program, which means I can go to the Burn, the Cut, the Alpha, the Metcon anytime during the day. I don't have to just go to one class, so it works out for my flexible schedule. I can come at 5 in the morning, I can come at 7 o'clock at night. So it really works and helps me keep on my goal of maintaining my weight throughout the new year.
That's awesome. And she's out of breath. How early did you get up this morning?
Oh, I got up at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. She says it like a champ. Vanessa, so the big day, group training, when is that happening?
So the small group training event is going to happen 6 p.m. Thursday, and again, it's going to be a nice little taste tester. Right now, Lynn's taking Metcon, and then we have Strong in the back with Road. We also have a conditioning format called Cut and Burn. So just like she said, she's part of the Flex program. You get to try a little bit of everything, and everything is modifiable for age. We have as young as 13 years old to all the way up into the 70s. Yep.
And this is all going to end with that big family workout event, right? Yeah. Can you tell us one more time when that's going to be and who that's open to?
Yeah, the family event is going to be happening on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. And we really highly encourage you to bring your kids because they're going to have a lot of fun and they're going to love seeing their parents work out.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much. So again, this is all part of Lifetime Fitness Commitment Days. And starting today, again, through January 5th, you get the chance to come try all of this out for free. Tomorrow is that yoga class. It's a taste tester as well. So if you've never tried yoga, perhaps this is your chance. It starts at 9:30 a.m. Well, have a good day. Back to you.
Thank you, Alicia. Looks fun.
I was saying they have a beautiful basketball court, so I might take advantage of that.
Yes, I think a lot of people will. And in your consumer headlines, if you own an electric car, you know the struggle of hunting down a charging port in a parking garage. Well, Volkswagen says this new product will help. Aw, it's a mobile charging robot. So cute. That's designed to come to your car in a parking garage. That way, drivers can park their car wherever they want without any added stress, and it looks like it's smiling. Volkswagen says the robot doesn't require any human interaction. The way it works, it would drive itself to your car and connect itself. Right now, there's only a prototype. Volkswagen has not set a market launch date yet.
And Japan Airlines is offering up to $50,000 in round-trip tickets, all for free. It's part of its Win a Trip with JAL campaign. It starts in late February, but of course, there's a catch. In order to qualify for these tickets, you must travel between July and September of 2020. The routes will be from Tokyo and Osaka, and you must be a JAL Mileage Bank member, and you cannot currently live in Japan. All right, 2020 is just a couple days away, so as we approach a new decade, we look back and realize a lot has happened in 2019. Remember when an egg went viral and was the most liked picture on Instagram?
I'm remembering the banana on the wall.
That was just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Oh yeah, and the chicken sandwich feud between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, that made headlines everywhere also.
Of course, CNN's Jeremy Roth takes a look back at what went trending and went viral in 2019.
2019 was a year of a wide variety of trending and viral topics. What better place to start than the Chicken Wars? In 2019, Popeye's Chicken challenged the pecking order and dropped a sandwich on their menu, taking on behemoth Chick-fil-A. It was hardly poultry in motion. In fact, it got a little ugly, with the chicken chains trading jabs on social media. But just as Popeyes got some marketing momentum, they sold out of the sandwich. Eventually, it did come back, but amid the fast food fervor, there were shouting matches, assaults, and arrests. It's just chicken, people. Come on. They say art imitates life. In 2019, life imitated art when Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper performed an intimate live rendition of Shallow from A Star Is Born at the Oscars. The steamy performance ignited an are they, aren't they avalanche on Twitter, but the romantic theory proved shallow when Gaga addressed the trending topic, assuring fans the fireworks were just a byproduct of two dedicated performers. An Instagram user's mission to get the most likes for a photo of an egg turned out to be no yolk. The pic was posted with the caption, "Let's set a world record together and get the most liked post." The egg didn't just get over the previous record holder, Kylie Jenner's number, it got over easy. It beat Jenner's 18 million likes with a whopping 53 million. Whew, that's what I call gone viral. Homemade video app TikTok crossed the billion download mark in 2019, and while it was trending, it spawned another trend. Lil Nas X's Old Town Road went from a TikTok meme to the longest-running #1 on Billboard's Hot 100. It inspired a slew of remixes and imitators, and a bunch of stolen Old Town Road signs. No, really. And then there was Baby Shark. Look, you heard it, you hummed it, and 4.1 billion YouTube views later, you tried to forget it but couldn't. So let's just move on. This is Jeopardy, and this was bananas. Week in and week out, viewers watched contestant James Holzhauer go on a 33-episode tear and break single-game earnings records for the iconic game show. But before you could say, "In your face, Ken Jennings," Holzhauer's earnings streak came to an end just a mere $58,000 short of the know-it-all champion's $2.52 million haul. So did you try the bottle cap challenge in 2019? The idea was simple. Try to remove a loose-fitting bottle cap with a roundhouse kick without knocking over the bottle. It started in the world of mixed martial arts fighter Max Holloway, but before you knew it, everyone from singer John Mayer to action star Jason Statham got a kick out of it. What started as a Facebook event posted as a joke to storm Area 51 and see them aliens turned into a full-on craze with over 2 million users clicking either going or interested. It brought tons of tourists to the area, but ultimately there was no raid. The event organizer eventually expressed regret at the monster he'd created. Speaking of creating a monster, ahead of the holiday season, Peloton released an ad showing a woman being gifted one of their pricey exercise bikes and embarking on a year-long fitness journey, and it did not go over well. Critics ripped everything from the husband's seemingly tone-deaf choice of gift to the wife's stunning transformation from a fit, attractive woman to a fit, attractive woman. It wasn't all bad, though. It made a budding star out of the actress, who was quickly cast in an aviation gin ad showing her ironically drinking her sorrows away. Oh, and both of those ads went viral. In Atlanta, I'm Jeremy Roth.
All right, so what was your favorite viral moment?
Well, I mean, because of my little girl, Baby Shark. Yeah.
Do you want to start singing it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Baby Shark, do do do
Okay.
do, Baby Shark.
9:41, 67 degrees out.
Do 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 do, Baby Shark. It's time to start planning for New Year's if you haven't already. A full list of places to celebrate around San Antonio. That's still ahead.
And here's another one you might have seen with your daughter. Preview of Spies in Disguise, the new animated spy movie, still ahead on GMSA.
We need to see that one. We haven't seen it yet. And taking a look outside with live cam. Doesn't look like we're going to hit New Year's soon with 67 degrees, but that's okay. Sarah says you might need a light rain jacket today. We're going to check in with her in just a bit.
Right now on KSAT.com, if you are still looking for a perfect place to celebrate 2020, we got you covered.
That's right. San Antonio is home to many great places that are both fun and family friendly. And that's on our website at KSAT.com. Some of the events to enjoy before 2020. I know the ice skating rink still open downtown,
And
Travis Park.
Absolutely, some big ones. New Year's Eve at the observation deck at the Towers of America. Another one listed on the website, a big decadence ball at Paramore. So again, so many options. What do you guys plan?
The Longhorn game. I say the Longhorn game, but yeah, the Alamo Bowl.
Oh, for New Year's Eve?
For New Year's Eve.
I will be here.
Woo! All right.
And I will be talking about the first ever forecast of 2020.
We'll be ready. We'll be ready.
It'll be fun. Yeah, I hope you guys can tune into KSAT. We'll have a good show that evening as well.
Man, it will not be as cold as when we rang in 2018.
When we rang in 2018 to celebrate the tricentennial.
Right.
Remember, wind chills were in the teens, and we were seeing freezing drizzle. Adam Caskey, Justin Horn, we were out there. Adam's gloves for his hands were like the size of both of your faces combined.
But it was appropriate because it was so cold.
Yeah, it will not be that cold, but it will be cooler than what we've got today.
Cool.
And so let's go ahead and get into your forecast. Right now outside, temperatures are in the 60s. It is muggy. It's 67 degrees outside, 65 in Pleasanton, 69 in Gonzales, and 67 in New Braunfels. On top of that, we've also got a breezy wind. Winds are from the south and from the southeast, up to 20 miles per hour. That's bringing in all that humidity. That's why it feels muggy outside right now. And with those low-level clouds hanging around, this wind is going to keep those low-level clouds around as well. On the radar, it's hit or miss, and there's mainly just light rain in some places and a few sprinkles around San Antonio. Now, southeast of San Antonio, there was a decent line of showers from Pleasanton to Floresville up to Seguin this morning, and there's still remnants of that light shower in South Guadalupe County and just to the east of Stockdale and Wilson County. Some light rain there, but around San Antonio, really only sprinkles at the moment. The cold front is sitting to the north of us, to the north of Rock Springs. Temperatures have fallen into the low 50s in Ozona. This is the tail end of a much larger system that's traversing the entire United States. And there it is right now. Lots of snow up across parts of the Midwest and the Dakotas. A good amount of heavier rain near Wichita, Kansas, down to Oklahoma City, and even in Dallas. That's right around that low. I put this low on here to show you where ideally, if we wanted good rain, that low would need to be just to the west of San Antonio. We're going to have a better shot at rain in the middle of the week, but for now, we're just going to be on the tail end of that system. And behind it, the cold front, temperatures are not too much colder. It's cold in Amarillo in the 30s, but that cold air is going to sag behind, and we'll eventually get the cold air. By Monday morning, we'll be in the 30s, but for now, Temperatures are just going to cool down into the low 60s for highs tomorrow. That system is causing some headaches in the airways today. As you can see, there is one delay already this morning in Denver. On average, the airport there delayed by 50 minutes. So if you are traveling from San Antonio back home across the nation, just know to check those airlines because it's going to be a busy travel day, and there is that system working its way through the Midwest right now. As for us around the state of Texas, all the other airports are fine. If you are traveling by road, I would use some caution if you're heading up to Dallas. That's where storms are going to be today. For us in San Antonio, really just sprinkles and isolated light rain. South winds at 5 to 15. It'll stay gray pretty much all day. That front will move through with the colder air sinking in. Tomorrow, only a high of 66, and it'll be nice and sunny. Then we'll cool down to highs only in the 50s, both on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Now, New Year's Eve, Tuesday, we're going to see clouds work their way back in. And by New Year's Day, that's when we have our better chance for rain. Scattered showers on New Year's Day. I'm hoping that 40% goes up a little bit more because we need the rainfall. Just keep that in mind as you're planning your week. It's definitely going to be more of a sweater weather type of week than this past Christmas week was. Temperatures are going to be on the cold side in the morning, cool sides in the afternoon. And again, that chance for scattered rain on Wednesday, the 1st of January.
All right, we look forward to that because we need the rain.
We could use some rain.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 9:49, 67 degrees out.
And still to come on GMSA, a preview of the new movie Spies in Disguise, plus what critics are saying about the animated film.
And let's take a look out and about San Antonio. Roadways look good. I-10 and Northwest Military. Let's see what else we got out there. Woo, 35 at Brooklyn. Yeah, everything looks pretty smooth this morning, but again, if you are out and about today, make sure to drive safe, be smart.
Looks good, and we are after Christmas now, so you need to win the lotto. Here are your winning lotto numbers. Pick 3051, Fireball 2, Daily 4, 3646, Fireball 4.
Cash 5 is 678 32 33. Mega Millions 17 34 40 63 64. Mega Ball 24. Mega Plier is 4. Good luck. We'll be right back. The animated spy film Spies in Disguise is out in theaters, and it features the voices of Tom Holland and Will Smith. So that's Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Love Will Smith.
And critics at Rotten Tomatoes rated the movie 73%. That's significantly higher than Cats. Right,
Shout
Sarah?
out, Sarah.
Even The Rise of Skywalker. So here's Rick Damigella with a preview.
Lance Sterling, a legendary spy who's always dressed to impress.
Voiced by Will Smith.
Walter Beckett graduated MIT at 15 and works in the Tech Innovations Lab.
Voiced by Tom Holland. Together, they team up to take on a nefarious villain in Spies in Disguise. But there is one slight problem.
I have something that can help. It's called biodynamic concealment. Hey, Lance, look at me.
Look at you? I can see my butt and your face at the same time.
That is so cool.
The thing that attracted both Nick and I to the movie was that in the world of espionage where you can't trust anyone, the hardest thing to do would be teamwork, to find someone to put your trust and your faith into. And that's really where the character of Walter and Lance and the whole buddy comedy dynamic came to be.
At Blue Sky Studios, we have 500 of some of the most talented artists, and our animation team is amazing. And when we're animating Lance Sterling, played by Will Smith, they're going to look at Will Smith, because Will Smith has all that swagger you need.
All right, Kimura, starting. It's about to get messy.
Masioka voices one of the villains Sterling goes up against.
It was interesting, he's a modern-day Yakuza type character, but then when you read the other scenes, oh great, he has a different dimension, a very different dimension, and at his core he's just a big teddy bear, very mushy inside.
Pigeons are everywhere and nobody notices them.
Wow, girl.
It's the most perfect form a spy could take.
You better unbird me right now.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
That's cute.
Yay to see?
Yeah, we're going to see it. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. My friend said it was pretty cool and her daughter loved it, so yay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
9:55, 67 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by Atlas Floors.
From all of us at Atlas Forest Carpet One, we'd like to offer a heartfelt thank you to all who have served or are serving in our military. We'd like to wish you and your family happy holidays.
Tomorrow on GMSA, one woman is carving a path for other female sculptors. Tune in to find out how her next project is going all the way to the U.S. Capitol.
And a final look at the depressing pollen count today. Mountain cedar is the highest it's been all season, so it's really causing an issue. And on top of that, although there's rain out there right now, it's not going to be enough to really wash out the mountain cedar. We'll carry a 30% chance for isolated showers and storms today. It's going to stay gray, clearing tomorrow, more sunny and cooler as we start the new year. But on Wednesday, we'll have some scattered storms.
All right, not too bad. At least it'll be nice tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Seth. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning, 6 a.m.
Bye, guys.